Robin Miller is next. Robin is a new resident of Baltimore who became a homeowner in a slowly changing neighborhood just north of Patterson Park. Robin is a poet and a writer, and now she's going to turn her imagination loose on Library Square, a small green space across the street from her home. Robin Miller.
I'm injured, and I'm heavily medicated on sulfa drugs to try and knock this bacterial thing out. So he was trying to help me up the stairs because I feel pretty faint, but my hand hurts too much to to have grabbed it with that one. So, okay. I don't want that. I might need it, but I don't want it. So here's a classic encounter that I had recently in Library Square. Meet a kid not in school. Why aren't you in school? Kid not in school. You talking to me? I'm just getting a haircut. Me back at kid not in school. Haircut trumps school. Kid not in school schooling me. Chill. I'm getting there. It's all copacetic. Copacetic. It's a renegade of a word that gave the authorities the slip. The only thing, it could be Creole, it could be Hebrew, it could be Italian, but the only thing we definitively know about it is that the African American community picked it up in the dawn of jazz. So, brain fog. Okay, sorry about that. So, of course, I looked it up. School is always in session in Library Square. I'm just going to read because I'm... So, I was thinking maybe we could rename it Library Forum in honor of these local philosophers, But for sure it wasn't named by an academic, because only in, you're kidding me, geometry could it be construed as a square. In Euclidean geometry, it's an isosceles trapezoid. A convex quadrilateral with a line of axis, a line of symmetry, bisecting a pair of opposite sides, y'all remember, right? The purists would add excluding rectangles. I know I would. That's how I was taught, right? So, but I think renaming the park Library Isosceles Trapezoid might be a mouthful, even for kids comfortable with copacetic in their vocabulary. And all the kids are really into words there. I mean, every single time I'm walking down that sidewalk of symmetry there with my dachshund, the half-pint paparazzi come mobbing up to round him and insist that I confirm. He's a weenie. He's a wiener. Yeah, he's a wiener dog. Words just, make the kids really happy, really, really happy there, But this is my main point. By any other name or shape, our Library Square is magic, seriously. This is a working hypothesis I have. And proof after proof after proof come back at me. If I'm walking past the little planters with the Sesame Street characters painted on them, and wishing I just had some mulch to put around those poor little shrubs, it will not be long before I find a huge mound of mulch just miraculously left in the middle of the park. Or if, like I just walking the dog, I just wished all the litter, the entire park were clean just once, then I'd be able to, pick it up a little every day and maintain it. It won't be long before you walk in the park one morning and find an entire team of people whose sole purpose is to groom Library Square Park. Now, I can see you back there. I can see some people are doubting my hypothesis. thinking, oh, well, all those seemingly magical occurrences can be attributed to, the mad administrative skill sets of Leanna Wetmore. Look at her. Look at her. She's clearly a Woodlands fairy. Those gossamer wings fold very flat. Have you ever seen her at midnight? Of course not. That's when she flies. But I see a lot of wild things in Library Square. Like one of my neighbors, but always, wears a floor-length cape. He's in a vampire coven. I didn't know there was a vampire coven. They even existed. I'm sure you hadn't either, but now you've been warned as he warned me. Be glad you never knew. They're expensive. Very expensive. I don't know about you guys, but if there's an uptick in the economy, I'm putting a wreath of garlic on my door. But even the power of garlic can't save us from the naysayers. Those neighbors that never seem to have one positive thing to say about any improvement? So, our beautiful signs, handmade signs, exhorting our neighbors to pick up after their pooches. Where's the sign for drinkers? Look, we want, our goal, our aim is that all litter should be a thing of the past. But until then, I'm making the most of my time with those little liquor bags, those little black bags that are, those stomp on them. I tie them to my dog's leash, and I haven't had to pay a penny to pick up after my dog. Yeah. But it seems like they almost pride themselves on being eternally unimpressed. Look. They look at me in pity, and I'm like, look, it's the big belly, solar-powered trash compost compactor. Woo! Yoo-hoo! It won't do any good. Their mantra of nothing will change will never change. But that doesn't mean I stop trying. Look, lights, we put up lights. Look, we planted, look at our chairs, look at all our chairs. They won't last a day. Well, they lasted all summer, with a little help from yours truly. Miss Robin, where have you been? The little half-pint paparazzi is back and they're mobbing me, making me feel almost as celebrated as my dachshund. The teenagers, they're trying to wreck our chairs. It's all right, I tell them. We can fix this. You can fix anything with duct tape, especially now that it comes in all those arrays of bright colors. Still, I wonder, what's going to be the tipping point for the non-believers? Even as a gorgeous mural goes up over the side of our future teaching garden, one of them has to snark, I hope they're not going to leave it like that, before the artist had even half begun. Charm City's most charming slogan is believe. It is believe. And there's no better place to practice believing than in Library Square. Sometimes it gives me little surprises like, ooh, a reflector I needed for my bike, or, oh, a ornate butterfly sculpture with bejewels, all bejeweled in it. And so, I'm picking up the trash, right? The wrappers are on the ground, and in the trash is a beautiful gemmed butterfly. No one put that in there. No one throws something like that away. It was the park. It was the park, I'm telling you. Just give me a little present for cleaning it up. It's definitely magic. And more, what I've been noticing is that the park is attracting more and more believers. There's the entrepreneur who unboarded the windows of his establishment and he's building a park front poetry lounge, spoken word lounge. And then equally astonished to find out, you're a poet too? Oh, so then there's a long-established businessman who reemerges to solve the mystery of who put those lights in our library square long ago. And he steps in to help relight the trees, to make Library Square look as magical as we already know that it is. And as for those naysayers, as they cross us with their anti-parallel paths, as we poets say, that's all good. Or as I learned to say now, thanks to Library Square, it's all copacetic.